In the last 2,000 years, humans have fought thousands of wars, but a few of them were so massive, so brutal, that they literally changed the entire world. Empires collapsed, borders disappeared, and tens of millions of people died. So, in the next 8 minutes, we're going through the wars that reshaped history forever. Starting with a war that involved something you probably never expected. War elephants. One, the war with elephants. Over 2,000 years ago, two superpowers fought for control of the Mediterranean, Rome and Carthage. Their conflict became known as the Punic Wars. But the craziest moment came from a Carthaginian general named Hannibal. Instead of attacking Rome normally, he marched his entire army over the Alps. In winter, with war elephants. Imagine being a Roman soldier and suddenly seeing giant elephants walking out of the mountains. Rome almost lost everything. But after years of brutal fighting, Rome finally destroyed Carthage and began building the Roman Empire. 2. The man who conquered Europe. Fast forward nearly 2,000 years. Europe was dominated by one man, Napoleon Bonaparte. During the Napoleonic Wars, Napoleon conquered huge parts of Europe and defeated army after army. At one point, it looked like he might control the entire continent. But then he made one of the worst military decisions in history. He invaded Russia. The Russian winter destroyed his army. Out of more than 600,000 soldiers, only a fraction made it home. And just like that, Napoleon's empire collapsed. 3. The war that turned the world into a machine. In 1914, a single assassination triggered World War I. At first, soldiers thought the war would last a few months. Instead, it turned into one of the most horrifying conflicts in history. Soldiers lived in muddy trenches for years. Machine guns could wipe out entire units in seconds. Poison gas drifted across battlefields. Some battles killed hundreds of thousands of soldiers for just a few miles of land. When the war finally ended, more than 16 million people were dead. But the peace treaty that followed created anger and instability across Europe, which led directly to something even worse. Forsokund, the deadliest war in human history. Forsokund. In 1939, the world exploded into World War II. Led by Adolf Hitler, Nazi Germany attempted to conquer Europe. The war spread across the planet. Massive battles took place in cities like Stalingrad. Entire countries were invaded. And for the first time in history, atomic bombs were used in war. By 1945, more than 70 million people had died, making it the deadliest conflict humanity has ever seen. 5. The war that almost ended humanity. After World War II, the world was divided between two superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union. Their rivalry became known as the Cold War. For decades, both sides built massive nuclear arsenals. But in 1962, everything nearly went wrong during the Cuban Missile Crisis. Soviet nuclear missiles were discovered just 90 miles from the United States. For 13 days, the world stood on the edge of nuclear war. One wrong decision, and modern civilization might not exist today. Ending war has shaped almost every part of our world. Borders, countries, technology, even the balance of power across the planet. But history also teaches one terrifying lesson. Every war that was supposed to end, all wars, only made the next one possible.